a read aloud today from the smartboard. The story is called Knuffle Bunny 2, a mistaken case of identity, or a case of mistaken identity by Mo Willems. What do we think this book is about? We're looking at the cover and we're wondering, what's going on here? Noah Burgess. Speak up. A little louder, sir. Yeah, so there's something going on between the cards I gave you and the story. That's true. But just looking at the cover, what do you think is going on in the story? Julian? Taking her bunny to the laundry. We agree, I think that's a pretty good idea that this girl is with her dad. Yeah? Noah's read this book. Okay, so don't spoil it. So don't spoil it. If you have read this book, then just
Cyrus.
and you can get a little smile because you kind of know what's going on here. The rest of us are going to learn from you. Somebody who hasn't read this book. What's going on here? What's mistaken identity? What do you think is going to happen? Gianna?
I think the bunny is alive and
He's going to save people? I like that idea. Mistaken identity. What's going on? Phoenix. Going to solve something. Who agrees that there's kind of like a mystery that's going to happen? Something kind of mysterious is going to happen. Who can talk to me about what mistaken identity means? Go ahead.
I think,
That's okay. One more person. Lola.
This is like the same when I work, but it's stuff the boys we draw. The bunny is almost to be stuck in the laundry, and she wants to go to then she goes back to the laundry and gets the bunny back.
That is quite an excellent description. Let's give Lola a clap, because that was pretty cool. At this time, put those ideas in your pocket. In your pocket. Put them in your brain pocket, either one. Look at the cards in front of you. Some of you might not have them all. Things got a little messy. That is something that Mr. Sims can learn from. Here are what all of the cards look like. Let's talk about this one with the witch on it. Shout it out if you know it. What's this word right here? I heard some character, but it's I don't think we've learned digraph CH yet. Character. Everybody say character. Can anybody read what this says? Raise your hand. I want to hear from Aaron Riley. A person or an animal in a story. Say it. A person or animal in a story. Does anybody else have a different way of saying what a character is? Is there anybody who's confused what character means? No, what's on your mind? So a character, if we have a story about Halloween, yeah? We like stories about Halloween? This witch might be a character, a person or an animal, well, person I guess, a magical person in a story. A person we are talking about. Can an animal be a character?
Yes.
They're characters in what? Yes, in a book, in a story. You can also have characters on TV. Yes, Buffalo can also be a character. If you have this card, almost everybody should have it. What's this? Hold it up. Hold it up. Let's just hold it up first of all. Don't say it yet. What's that word? If you know it, say it. What does describe mean?
You can make it
Emma.
later. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah. You can. Mr. Sims will add that you can even describe something, even if somebody does know stuff already, if they know about what you're talking about. Zoe.
It means to tell or write about.
Nice. Say it with Zoe. To tell or write about. And I like Emma's definition too. Let's give them both a clap. So next, uh-oh. Ha-ha. Hold this one up. Hold this nice, tasty looking Krabby Patty up. Hold it up. Hold it up silently. Who can hold it up the quietest? Who can hold it up the quietest? Zoe is meditating. I love that. If you know this word, say it out loud.
Key detail.
What's that all about? What's a key detail? Say it in your own words. I want to hear it in your own words first, and we'll go back to this one next. Aria Belina.
A detail that is that kind of helps kind of understand the story in some way.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It helps you understand the story. And it's really, really, what? What do you think I'm going to say next?
Important.
Important. Who can read this by themselves? Raise your hand. Lyric.
Baby.
Oh, not the patty, not the patty. Important parts of the, say it if you know it.
Story.
Everybody say the whole thing.
Important part of the story.
Important parts of the story. So we'll stay on SpongeBob. An important part of the story, well, there's a lot of different SpongeBob stories. But an important part of the story is that Plankton wants the recipe for Krabby Patties, yeah? That's an important part of some of the story. So that's a key detail. That's a key detail. 3, 2, 1.
No play.
And eyes on me. If you have this, hold it up. Almost everybody should have it. Almost everybody should have it. You might have 1 or 2 missing. Mr. Sims will work on this. Emma doesn't have it. She doesn't have the veggies, but that's okay. But that's okay. Who can say this? Everybody say it.
Supporting detail.
Oh, I don't have people listening over here. I want just this side of the room. Say this. What are these 2 words?
Important detail.
Not important details. Try it again. Supporting details. So if the key details, the really important stuff, is like the burger, is that our favorite part of a burger?
Yeah.
Like the beef? Yeah, I agree. Well, some people may disagree, but a lot of people imagine that this is the most important part. What do you think? What do you think these kind of details are? Jabril. What do you think supporting details are? Yeah, it kind of, I like that. I like that. Give Jabril a clap. I'll say it for you, don't worry. So we've got the burger, but the supporting details make our key details taste a little bit better. So let's go back to our SpongeBob story.
Cyrus, put that down.
So if the key detail is that Plankton wants to steal the Krabby Patty recipe, some of the supporting detail might be that really silly stuff that Patrick says, right? Because it makes it funny, and it makes it better. It makes it taste better, right? If it was just a story about, oh, here's how Plankton tried to steal the recipe. That's not fun. We need some supporting details. This is the big idea. This is the stuff that'll spice it up, cool it down, heat it up a little bit. Anybody confused about any of these? Aria, real quick. Supporting details. So let's give another example. Who can give an example to Aria in a supporting detail? Any new voices? No. Or any supporting detail, yeah. Any story. Okay, Mr. Sims will keep it moving. He'll give you an example. So if we have a Halloween story about Mr. Sims, one of the key details would be that he went out trick-or-treating. Yeah? That's a key detail. That's one of the important parts of the story, is that he went out trick-or-treating on Halloween. A supporting detail would be that I got 3 king-size Snickers bars. Now that might be really important to Mr. Sims, but looking at the story as a whole, that's a what?
Supporting detail.
Supporting detail. The story would not be interesting without.
Supporting detail.
We wouldn't even know what the story was if we didn't have.
Detail.
Does that make a little more sense, Aria? I think so. We're going to work on it. Here's what I want you to do 101. We see these 4 cards. You may not have all of them. When you think there is a new character in the story, you hold up your character card. Hold it up. If you don't have one, raise your hands. If you don't have one, raise your hands. No reason to be sad. Mr. Sims should be sad. He'll do it better next time. Put it down. You raise that when you think there's a new character. When there is when somebody describes something that's going on, you raise describe. Maybe the author is describing something. Maybe a character is describing something. Is that clear? Yes. When you hear about something that you think is a key detail, hold up key detail. Hold up that nice Krabby Patty. Put it down. And who can tell me the last direction? Say it if you know it.
Supporting detail.
Supporting details. Hold it up if you think that, oh my gosh, I just heard a supporting detail. Now real quick before we get started. Nope, we're gonna get started right away actually. Because we gotta keep moving.
Yay.
3,
Hi,
2.
my name is Ben Flood.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
3, 2, 1. Snowflakes. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes. Let the breath out. Keep your eyes closed. Think about key detail, supporting detail, describing, or description. You may have heard that word too.
No.
Think about what a character is. Think about these things. And get ready for a story. You may open your eyes. Let's see where the bunny goes. Does she go to the laundromat? Does she go to school?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Teacher at the ECC and I teach first grade. I'm going to read you a story called Knuffle Bunny 2. This book is illustrated and written by Mo Willems. One morning, not so long ago, Trixie took a walk with her daddy.
Yeah, go through that
By
one.
now, Trixie really knew how to talk. guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show Amy, and then I'll show Meg, and
Ooh, what's going on
then I'll
here?
show Margaret, and then I'll show Jane, and then I'll show...
So, what happened? Wait, what happened? I'm not going back, but what happened? We met Trixie. Trixie's a what?
Character!
So why did I only see a few people raising up? Well, I mean, if you don't have a card, you don't have a card. But I see Aria raising her hand. She's dying to have this character card. You guys aren't even raising them. That's true. That's true. She really wants to raise her card. You guys are kind of like this, right? Yeah? Let's put our character cards down. We met Trixie. Let's see who else we're going to meet. What else is going on?
Leela, and then I'll show Rebecca, and then I'll show Noah, and then I'll show Robbie, and then I'll show Tashi, and then I'll show Casey.
Go give
and then
that
I'll
to
show Cody,
Aria.
and
Give
then
that to
I'll show
Aria.
Parker, and then I'll show Brian, and then and talk. Trixie was excited because she was taking her one-of-a-kind Knuffle bunny someplace very special. Come on!
She has one. Okay.
Now, what's the bunny like?
Go give it to her.
Who heard what the bunny is like? Who's paying attention and heard what the bunny is like? The bunny is... It's a Knuffle bunny. It's one of a kind. One of a kind. What would we hold up for that? If somebody told us the Knuffle bunny was one of a kind, oh, Gianna Fury, I love it. Say it. What is that?
Describe.
Just Gianna. Nice and loud.
Describe.
Describe. Let's see what else is going on.
School.
She's going to school.
Trixie couldn't wait to show Knuffle Bunny to Miss Greengrove and all her friends in pre-K. But just as her daddy kissed her goodbye, Trixie saw Sonia.
Oh, who's Sonia? Wait. Sonia, what are we holding up? You found one. Okay. Oh, that's very nice. Hey, if you don't have them all, you can share. You can raise your hand. Mr. Sims will make sure that the cards get to the right place next time. No questions right now. We're just listening. What card are we raising? Have we heard any burger patties yet?
No.
No? Krabby patties. Have we heard any condiments yet? Have you heard any lettuce, tomato?
No.
Anything that's making the story interesting?
Yeah.
Who thinks it's kind of hard to raise the burger or the lettuce, tomato, and stuff if they don't know the whole story yet? They don't know the whole story yet, yeah? Yeah. Well, let's keep listening. See if we can figure out what the important stuff is, okay?
His one-of-a-kind Knuffle Bunny wasn't so one-of-a-kind anymore.
No questions right now.
The morning did not go well. Knuffle, 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 Knuffle. The afternoon was worse.
So Aria thinks this is a key detail. Is it important that there's more than one Knuffle bunny? Yeah? No one thinks so too.
It explains the story a lot.
Who thinks that's kind of a supporting detail? No one thinks both.
I think it's kind of like both.
I think, that's a good point. I think it's kind of hard to tell how important it is, but we know it's a detail, right? Like, wait a minute, there's more than one. I think if there's a mistaken identity in this story, and there's more than one Knuffle bunny or Knuffle bunny, however they want to say it, I think that's a pretty important detail. I'm going to say key detail on that one. Yeah?
Yeah.
Key detail. Say it with me. Key detail.
When the school bell rang, Miss Greengrove returned the Knuffle Bunnies. And the day got better. Then, before she knew it, it was time to go home. Trixie ate her dinner, devoured her dessert, brushed her teeth, and tried to escape the mommy and daddy robots from planet Snurf. At 1/2 bedtime.
Bro, wait a minute.
Rick.
I don't think that's a key detail. This one's kind of tricky. I think we met a character again. It's the character is kind of acting as
Robot.
the robots from Planet Surf, just playing games. Probably not a super important character. Would you say that's kind of like a supporting detail? We met this character, these characters, the robots. But the robots, oh yeah, Arya's holding up both. That's what I'm holding up in my mind, is I'm kind of holding up both. Probably not super important, but it makes it funny, right? We took a moment to say haha, and now we're listening to the rest of the story.
But a few hours later, Trixie realized something. Trixie marched into her mommy and daddy's room and said, "That is not my bunny!"
Whoa. Now, she was really upset when that happened. She was really upset. Sounds pretty important. What is that? What card should we hold up? If you don't have it, you can just say what you think it is. Some people aren't sure if it's key or supporting. Everything's for describing something that's going on. That's true. But Mr. Sims is going to think this is a key detail. Is this, everybody agrees this is important? She was really upset.
Yeah, maybe the bunny is alive.
Maybe it's alive. But the key detail is that she has the wrong one. She has that other girl's. Uh-oh. Let's keep listening.
Trixie's daddy tried to explain what 2:30 a.m. means.
Ooh, explain it.
He asked,
Ooh, what's that?
"Can we deal with this and..."
If you explain something, what's that? Oh yeah, Gabriel's got it. Aaron's got it. Emma's got it. Lola has got it.
Okay. Lucky Patty.
Dr. Krabby Patties. Describing something. Give yourselves a big clap. You're doing great.
Morning? Trixie's daddy went to the phone. Before he even made it down the stairs, the phone rang. "We have your money," said a man's voice on the other end. "We have yours," replied Trixie's daddy. Arrangements were made. Trixie and her daddy rushed across the neighborhood. Trixie, a teacher at the
Uh-oh.
ECC.
Everybody say uh-oh. No, it's okay. We got it. Nope, I don't think so. Nope.
"We have your money," said a man's voice on the other end. "We have yours," replied Trixie's daddy. Arrangements were made. Trixie and her daddy rushed across the neighborhood. Trixie did not want to be late. Neither did.
So Trixie didn't want to be out this late. What do you think about that? It's not a character. It's not really describing something. One second now, I'll get to you. I wouldn't think that's a key detail. That's kind of like what makes it kind of spicy, right? If you like a spicy burger, being like, well, she went out late, but she didn't like, she was kind of scared of being out late. Yeah? Supporting detail. I see Phoenix holding up key detail. Yes, no, quick, very quick. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. This is a what?
Supporting detail.
Everybody.
Supporting detail.
Very good.
Sonia. There was an exchange, and the Knuffle bunnies were back where they belonged. I was so worried about my bunny, said Sonia.
Oh, wait a minute.
So
You know
was
what? We
I.
forgot something. So who did we just see? We almost forgot. Who did we just meet?
We already met her. We already met her dad.
Did we already meet her dad?
Yes.
I don't think we did. No.
When she had the same bunny and they were fighting over it.
Oh, did her dad come up there too?
No, that's when we first met her.
Let's say that this is the first time that we saw the dad. What card will you raise? Awesome. Let's find out what happened. This is a pretty crazy
Trixie
story.
replied. They both said, I'm glad you got your money back at the exact same time. And that is how Trixie found her first best friend. Knuffle Bunny accepted, of course.
It was a lie.
She found best friends. What do you think about that? Is that important?
Yeah.
Anybody think it's not so important? Second. What kind of detail do you think this is? Don't shout it. Raise it up. Or if you don't have the right card, you can say it. It's not described. Gianna, why do you think it's a supporting detail?
It's because they were close at the starting.
Uh-huh.
Now they're friends.
Yeah. Is that important?
Yes.
Is that like, boom, you don't know what's going on in the story if you don't know this? Yeah? Do we agree?
Yeah.
So what kind of detail do you think it would be? I don't think it would be supporting. I think it would be a...
Key detail.
I think it would be a...
Key detail.
Excellent. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Let it go. Who's ready for the very end of this story? Well, get ready, sir. Get ready.
Epilogue. The
Epilogue.
next morning, both Trixie and Sonia rushed to school. The new best friends had a lot of catching up to do. Do you want to play with my Knuffle Bunny? Sure. Do you want to play with mine? The end.
The end. So what do you think about this scene? So it's good, yes. The next scene, so we know they're friends. We know they're best friends now. How important is it that we know that the next morning they played together? Is that like super important? Kind of. Would you not know what's going on in the story without this part?
Yes.
I think that we would still know because we already know that they're still friends, right? That they're become best friends, yeah? Yes, Noah and Julian?
Yes.
We wouldn't know it's the end of the story, but we could probably guess because they're friends, they're going to play together. So if we know that they're friends the next morning, I'm going to say this is a...
Supporting detail.
I'm going to say this is a supporting detail. Do we agree?
Yeah.
Excellent. Let's see. We will have lunchtime soon.
My job.
3, 2, 1.
Snowflake. Quiet.
Snowflakes and then quiet. At this time, put all of your cards in a pile.
I'm done.
Go put them back at your table and return to your notebooks. You can do this quietly. We can do this without running over our friends. Leave your stuff
Thank
at your
you.
assigned spot on the rug. Put your cards back to your desk. Come back to your writing notebooks.
Check your masks, everybody, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, Grace. Pardon me. Aaliyah, come on back. Mr. Montanez? Jaime? Julian, will you join us, please? Join us on the rug. Notebook? I didn't say bring your notebook back. For the rest of us who are ready, we can show what we need to do. Counting 3, 2, 1.
No place.
What are some characters in this book? Who are some characters? Aaron, name one. Excuse me, I can't hear the person who I've called on to speak. How do we behave when others are speaking? How do we behave when others are speaking? We listen. Yeah, we behave well, and we listen. We make sure that we can hear them. I'm sorry, Aaron. Go ahead. Sonia. I think. Not Jay. Right. Yeah. Who's another character in this story? Phoenix. Listening to Phoenix, everybody. Trixie. Who can name something that was described in this story? Zoe.
That the bun that she was discussing with the bunny was in her.
Yeah. Bunny. Say bunny mix up. Well, I don't know. Is this a description? We don't need to write anything yet. If you want to follow along, you can. Is this a description? This is pretty important, right? Like, we couldn't tell the story if we didn't talk about the bunny mix-up. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that this is a good job. Let's give Zoe a clap for understanding what's going on. We can talk about something that was described. All right.
I would kind of say she described that her parents were acting like monsters.
Kind of. I agree. This is a little bit trickier, though. We can think of one description, one thing that was described. We talked about it during the story. Grace. That's okay. What did we think the Knuffle bunny was like? Or Knuffle? How did we describe the Knuffle bunny at first? She was
One of a kind.
one of a kind. I'll get out of the way. Well, say, oh. All right. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we should be excited about this word of the day, right, guys? Yeah? There we go. One of a kind. What else was described? What did the dad try to describe?
We already did that one.
Yeah, but what was it? What was it? What did the dad try to describe? We talked about it already. Do you remember, Gianna?
About the time it was.
About the time. Do we remember what time he was trying to describe? Say it if you know it.
2:30
2:30
a.m.
a.m. Oh my goodness. Who can describe 2:30 a.m. for me? Emma. Yes, quickly. Who can describe 2:30 a.m. for me? On this side of the room that I'm talking to right now. Lola? Yeah. Does anybody ever wake up and be like, I'm going to make some waffles at 2:30 in the morning?
Oh, I did that before.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe like once in a while as a special treat.
I just told my mom we wouldn't
Yeah. So sometimes, but it's really a time for, yes, for bed or sleeping. Yeah,
It's like 2 hours after the middle of the night.
that's correct. What are some supporting details that we can remember? Stuff that was like, it helped tell the story, but we didn't need to know. Aaliyah. Most times at the same time every day.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
It's up
Will be coming
there.
soon. Any supporting details? Who's a new voice who can tell me some supporting details? Jabril. That's a character. Supporting details from the story. Aria. This is the last chance to behave well and earn some extra dojo points, which we can trade in for Pokemon cards when the time comes. Does that sound good? Show me how you get those dojo points, alright guys? Go ahead, Aria.
Put them down.
At the end.
Yeah, that they play together the next day, right? Let's say the epilogue. We'll learn what that means another time. But the stuff that happens after they become best friends, kind of a supporting detail. What's one more supporting detail? Noah? What's that? That's pretty important, because you couldn't tell the story without saying they got mixed up, right? Right? Yeah. So what's something that helps us tell the story, but maybe isn't like key? Aaron? Pretty important. We can think of one more supporting detail. The little girl, what does she think about nighttime? Did she want to go out so late?
No. She was tired.
Yeah, well, she was tired and she was also, she was scared.
It was too late.
That's pretty like, yeah, she was scared. She was scared. We can tell the story without knowing that she was scared of nighttime, but it makes it more scary, kind of creepy, more realistic to know that, hey, it's 2:30 a.m. and I am scared. Here's what I want you to do. Here's how we will end this lesson and go to lunch, if we can complete it successfully. Okay? I want you, just listening, I want you to write 2 supporting details, two key details.
I'm ready to sleep.
Not already. I want you to write 2 key details in your writing notebooks. You can do this back at your seats, and I will come work with you individually, okay? 2 key details. Write 2 sentences about 2 key details. What were the important things that we need to know to tell this story? 2 sentences about 2 key details. Here we go, Leah. Oh, we'll do that lunch, okay? Reggie, quickly. Yes. Oh no, is this your pencil over here? Oh, you're sitting on it, right there. We're not writing characters. Write down 2 sentences about 2 key details. Write down 2 key details. If you have trouble with the sentence, try your best. We're remembering 2 key details from the story. We're not copying what's on the board. We're thinking ourselves of 2 key details.
Cyrus, turn around and write your details. Get your notebook out.
You still working on this?
Open it up and start writing.
I remember what we couldn't tell the story without. Yeah. I think that's pretty key. Yeah. What
Gray
was that?
table. It doesn't sound like you're focused on the story.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Was that's your first sentence? You need another one? That's good. But we're looking for 2, yes. I think that's pretty key. I think that's what could we tell the story about? I think that's pretty key. I think we talked about that one too. If you're having trouble thinking of one, try to remember what we agreed was a burger patty. This would be the Krabby Patty of our story. What did we agree on? The burger patty. What did we agree was a key detail? Yes, we are not, so these are all characters. Well, actually, here's a clue. We thought that Bunny Mix-Up was a supporting detail at first, right? But that is pretty important, right? We couldn't tell the story without knowing that the bunnies got mixed up. Who can write a sentence about the bunnies getting mixed up? That's okay. You can use that sentence. Let's write about 2 key details. But this was a description, remember? Yeah, one of the bunny was one of the columns. Bunny mix-up is pretty important. I would say that's a key detail. What other key detail? No, I don't think so. So this was a description and this was a description, right? Supporting detail. We're not just copying what's on the board. We're thinking what any two key details are. Yes. So let's open it. So what could we tell this story about now? Talk about one of the classes. Class, what happened to the bunnies? What happened to the bunnies? They got mixed up. Tell me about it. And then tell me about something else that is important to the story. Hey, honey, can we get our notebooks out, please? Get your notebooks out. I need to wake up. I can't take you long. What do you What were we just saying is very important? What happened? Now what happened at the end? Friends, we don't have much time. So what I want you to do, take a few moments to write about what happens to the bunnies in the middle of the story. Then what happened at the end? That was also very important. Don't tell me, don't shout it out. What happened at the end? But I like those two. Oh, Cyrus said I want to have something down. We already have those two. I think you can do it on there.
What happened?
Just another minute left. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Snowflakes. At this time, put your pencils down. Do not close your notebooks. Leave your notebooks open to the page you are writing on, because I need to see that. Leave the page you are working on open. At this time, if you are at yellow table, Aria, put your pencil down. Everybody put your pencil down. Aaliyah, put your pencil down. Leave your notebook open. Put your pencils down. My goodness, guys. Maybe we need to take away their good ones. If you were a yellow table, get ready for lunch.